So if you have a desire and what you want to accomplish in your life, you have to get it up here first. You have to visualize it. Visualize what you want, whether it's being successful at your business, whether it's being with the person of your dreams, whether it's getting the car that you want, getting the house that you want, all that kind of stuff, man. You have to visualize it in your head first. Once you do that, once you can visualize it, you have to know what the end game, why do you want that thing? Why do you want that house? Why do you want that car? Why do you want this person? Why do you want this business? Once you know your end game and know what feeling it's going to bring to you when you achieve that and the reason for it, then you put your mind in that space and you're like, man, this is a great feeling of gratitude because I have what I want. And once you know that you can get into that feeling in your mind, your subconscious mind is going to receive it. And this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. You have to continuously do it. You have to continuously think about it. You have to continuously desire it with your mind and with your heart. And once your heart accepts it, then your mind receives it. And while you're working towards your goal, you're going to have obstacles, family, friends, situations, breakups, problems with your car. I mean, plenty of things may happen, but you got to keep the faith and you just got to keep moving forward. You got to hold on to that feeling that you first had when you saw this desire in your mind, and you got to hold on to it. And when you hold on to it, and your mind, your subconscious mind is going to remain calm. It'll stay calm through this whole storm. And once that happens, you just keep pushing forward. And you got to live in that moment like it's already yours. You have to know that it's already yours. You have to know in here and in here that that thing is yours. And when you live like that, I promise you, it changes everything. I'm speaking from experience. I trust God in everything I do. I've had to go through a lot of trials and tribulation in my life to understand what my purpose is, to live with a purpose. My purpose is to reach people, to inspire people, to use my story to teach them how to be better at whatever it is that they're doing with their life. And because I know that, I hold on to it with everything that I got. And I always tell people that I hustle for my last name, not for my first name. I want to be great at what I do. I've done so much, but there's so much more work to be done. And I'm in the people business, you know what I mean? I understand that concept. I'm not in the haircutting business, I'm in the people business. So by that logic, I want to invest into people. So now that my school's going to be open real soon, that's my goal, is to reach every individual here. Not only to teach them how to cut hair, not only to teach them how to run a business, not only to teach them that they can be bigger than just one person. They can create a legacy by using their hands and their mind, but also they can make an effect to this world. We can make an effect. And by me teaching people that their thoughts are stronger than you can imagine, your words are stronger than you can imagine, then by doing that, I feel like I'd make a difference to help empower more people that in return will empower their families and in return make a big shift. I believe that. I believe that that's my purpose. So little by little, God is opening doors. God is allowing me to see what He wants me to do. And I have to embrace it. And I have to move forward. And whatever obstacles come, all it's doing is helping me grow. And I welcome it. It's not always easy. It's very painful. It's like shedding your skin and coming into a new person. But I always hold on to what my passion is and what my goal and what my dream is. And that's my dream, to be able to open my school and grow it and live the life that I want. I want to help my family. I want to help my children. I want to help those people that have helped me to get where I'm at. And I want to love the people that are in my corner. And not because I'm able to reciprocate financially. I want to reciprocate love because they already had given it to me before I deserved it. Not in a sense of me not deserving it. I mean, where I haven't even done anything for them to have to feel that way about me. That's the thing that comes with fortune and fame. When people see you in that light, they gravitate towards you because they want something from you. And the people that were gravitating towards me already are the ones that I want to take care of, because those people that believed in me when I didn't even show it, they just love me because of me. Those are the people that I want to take care of. Those are the people that I want to look out for. And not because I need to, it's just because that's my desire. Is I want to be able to help people because I know what it feels like to be stressed over money. I know what it feels like to have to pay medical bills. I know what it feels like to struggle with vehicles. I know what it feels like to be stressed over just not be able to live your life. Like you're constantly running on that wheel of just like a hamster. Like every day you're just like grinding, and you feel like you're getting somewhere and you're not, and you're living just to pay bills. And I know that. So if I can empower people and just give people a little taste of happiness, then that's what I want to do. And I really want to focus on that. But there are people in my life that have helped me tremendously, and not that they expect anything from me, but if I can just display gratitude because I put in the work, I pray for it and I work for it. And by me being blessed, I'm going to bless others. And I know that God is going to repay me for everything that I do for those people that I choose to bless. Now, if God tells me to bless somebody, I'm going to listen, but you have to be very in tune with what God wants. And that's praying every day and listening to the Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit that is within us, and do what's right because it's the right thing to do. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. We all fall short. But I'm a strong believer in God allowing us to fall because we need to fall in order for us to get back on our knees and turn to Him and trust in Him. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world. Bad things happen, but a lot of times when good things happen, we don't run to God. We can say, hey, man, I'll talk to you when I need you again. Appreciate it. And that's not love. And I know I learned a valuable lesson. As much as I want to teach about manifesting and holding yourself to know that you're capable of having things, be careful what you ask for, because you have to learn how to maintain. That's the biggest thing that I've learned in my life, is maintaining. It's like a vehicle. Most cars, you have to change the oil, change the brakes, change the transmission fluid, change the coolant, change the tires, wash it, clean it, take care of it, put a coat of wax on it, whatever it takes to take care of that vehicle. Doesn't have to be a Corvette, doesn't have to be a Lamborghini. It could be a nice Honda Civic, a Hyundai, Camry, but it's yours. When you own that vehicle, you have a sense of pride that belongs to me. That is an extension of me. So you take care of your body, you take care of your car, you maintain it. Don't forget that relationships need to be maintained. Don't forget that the things that you have, whether it's your business, whether it's your clothes, whether it's anything that you desire, you're gonna have to learn how to maintain it. So you may want, that 5,000 square bedroom house, 5,000 square, 5-bedroom house, 3 restrooms, all that nice stuff. Now, do you have the mental capacity to maintain that home? Do you have the mental capacity to maintain the yard? Are you taking that into consideration? Because I promise you, when you get that Corvette that you want, or that Mercedes-Benz, or whatever it is, I promise you, you're going to find out what it's like to pay for the maintenance on that vehicle. Not only that, you have to pay for the insurance. And when you do wash it and clean it, you're not just gonna go through just some raggedy, car wash. You want to take care of it and take it to a place where it gets detailed. So you have to take that into consideration with anything that you want to manifest. You want to have a wonderful marriage, you better learn how to maintain that relationship with your spouse. Have good communication, be truthful, be honest, be transparent. It's a partnership, man. I learned that a relationship is a partnership. You're a tag team. And whatever you face and whatever you deal with, your partner's gonna have to take a part in that regardless. So you better understand how important it is to be transparent about whatever it is that you want and whatever it is that you want to do. And don't fall victim to the facade of what's going on social media. Because everything that glitters isn't gold. And as good as the highlights may look on Instagram, a lot of people are not living that life, man. A lot of people are not happy. A lot of people are not fulfilled. All they're chasing is that chemical release of endorphins or whatever chemical it is that they desire. And they're on to the next thing, on to the next thing. I see so many people living a lavish lifestyle. And I'm like, man, I wonder how long they're going to sustain it. I don't know. But for me, I know that a lot of these people are not fulfilled. They're making money. They could be making money, but there has to be balance. And if you don't have balance, you can have all the money in the world. And if your soul's broken, what's the point? If you don't have people around you that love you, what's the point? If you cannot bless others with a clear conscience and a clear heart, what's the point? So I say that to say, whatever it is that you want, I pray that you receive it. I pray you manifest it. I pray that you accomplish it. It may take months, it may take years, but you have to hold the faith. And God's going to test you. God will test you. He tested me and I failed. Then I got back up. I submitted. I surrendered. I processed. I reflected. And through all that, God sent me some help. And I'm grateful for it. But I don't ever want people to think that in this life that things are easy, or that they're the victim, or that, man, if God's so good, why isn't he helping me? You can never play the victim. We all have trials and tribulations, but I promise you, man, you have to dust yourself off and you have to realign yourself with who you are, why you're here, and what's your purpose. Once you do that, then you can move forward and visualize what you want. But you have to do everything that's right. You have to take care of your responsibilities. You have to be mindful, and you might have to work 12, 15 hours. I've done that, and I continue to do that. I'm 41, and I get weary. I get tired. I can't do it like I used to, But my mind is powerful. My thoughts are powerful. So now it's about being intuitive and understanding that time is very precious. I don't want to waste time on Netflix all day. I don't want to waste time on YouTube all day. I don't want to waste time being entertained. Either I'm teaching myself, I'm reading, I'm learning, I'm applying, I'm following the examples of other people who have done whatever it is that I want to do. Right now, the purpose is to open my school, which is going to happen, thank God. It's red, the ball's rolling, and I got news today of that. So once I do that, and once I start investing my money, I'm going all out, 100%, enrolling all the students that I can enroll until we max out. Our goal is to get accredited. Our goal is to franchise. Our goal is to grow multiple cities, not just San Antonio. And because I have the passion for this, the purpose for this, I will be successful. I will be a millionaire, and I will be able to take care of my family. I'd be able to help others attain the gift of manifesting and being financially stable. I don't want to say being a millionaire is that you're rich, because it's not. But I know by me having that kind of money and stability, I'm going to be able to help others. And that's my goal. So I want to be able to help the West Side. I want to be able to help students. And I don't want to just teach them how to cut hair. I want to teach them to be a professional barber, how to be a decent human being, how to hold themselves accountable, how to achieve goals, how to take care of your credit, how to take care of your body, how to take care of your mind, how to think beyond what the world has to offer, because the world has nothing to offer but for you to be a follower, for you to follow trends, for you to follow what society says, and they steer us so fast on social media. They get us to hate each other because of football or basketball or politics or religion or whatever. Like, it's crazy how much control they have over us. And I'm just trying to teach people that, look, you can detach yourself from that and be who you're supposed to be. The Creator created you for a reason. The hammer was created for a reason, but that hammer was also a thought. It was somebody's thought that created it. Just like a table was also somebody's thought that created it. You have to have it up here first before it becomes reality. And that's what I'm learning. I think I was doing that when I was younger and I didn't even realize it until I started studying. I'm still a student, and I'm always going to remain a student until the day I die. And I encourage you to think the same way. You never know it all. There's always somebody out there that knows more. And regardless if you do know enough, there's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. So if you remain a student, I promise you, you'll be able to achieve everything that you want to achieve. You're going to be able to reach heights that you never thought were possible. I'm from the Alazan Apache Courts, 78207. One of the most impoverished areas in the United States growing up. Saw a lot of drive-bys. I saw a lot of bad things. Prostitution, drugs, people getting beat up. I seen someone's head get smashed with a big rock. I seen people get ran over. I seen someone fall off a roof. I've seen people on drugs. I mean, I've seen so many bad things growing up. I can tell you that I'm traumatized, that I didn't have a father, that my mom was an alcoholic, that I lived that 50% of my life as a kid, I lived at my friend's house because we didn't have enough food at my house and my mom was always gone. There's a lot of things that I could tell you about my story. Getting guns pointed at my face, getting robbed, getting beat up by the police, getting arrested for graffiti, being on probation. There's so many things that have happened, but in all that, I tell you that I never want to play the victim. All those things happened because I made a decision. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be this. I wanted to be that. I wanted to be out in the streets. And that's what happened. Did I know better? No. Did I have somebody to teach me better? No. But I take responsibility for it because I make that choice. And when you do that, it empowers you to know that, you know what, you have choice now. So don't run from it. Take care of the trauma that you grew up with, identify it, deal with it, and move forward. Don't blame your grandma, don't blame your mom, don't blame your dad. Deal with everything that you have to deal with because it makes a big difference for you. It takes you from being a prisoner into being in control. When you're a prisoner to your problems, you're a prisoner to your fears, you get paralyzed. And I'm speaking from experience. You can't live in that state. You can be sad for a little while. It hurts when people desert you, when people reject you, when people use you. It hurts when you love someone and you have to let them go. It hurts when you believe in someone and they stole money from you or they broke your trust. It hurts, but you have to pick yourself up and move forward. And in this lifetime, there's so much more than just being rich or having the Chanel or the Gucci or all that stuff, man. I promise you there's much more than that spiritually. This world that we live in is deteriorating daily. And in the midst of it, you have to grow spiritually because you're going to live forever, whether you like it or not. You're going to live forever. God created us that way. So while you're here, Serve your purpose. You're here to learn something. You're here to do a job. Find out what it is and fall in love with it and move forward and focus on it. I promise you it'd be the biggest decision you make. I've done so much in my life. I've visited so many places. I've seen beautiful things. That outweighs all the bad of my childhood. I've gotten looked at and I've been, applauded. I've been given awards. I've been given all these things. And I felt good because I was like, man, I'm somebody. I'm somebody to somebody, right? But then once I started getting a little bit of that, I didn't like it because people paint a picture of you in their head of what you are because they only see you through this camera. So they don't think you're human. They don't think you have feelings. They don't think you make mistakes. But we all make mistakes and we all fall short. But the good thing is that every time you wake up, God gave you another chance. And today I woke up with gratitude. I woke up and every time I wake up, I thank God. I used to do that all the time and life was way much better. But I stopped doing that because I was so focused on what I had. The more you have, cars, clothes, dogs, house, businesses, you have to know how to maintain all of them. And if you can't do it, you better pay somebody because I promise you, man, it takes a lot from you to maintain all this, everything that you acquire. So I'm going through a time in my life where I'm simplifying. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff that I have in my house, clothes, whatever it is. And I'm just going to focus on building my school. Once I get to a point where I'm able to sustain myself, then I know that I'm moving where I need to be. And then I have to realign myself and ask God what he wants me to do after I achieve that. But right now I'm living in this moment and I'm very happy to announce that we're going to open our school very soon. And once we get inspection done, it's going to be amazing to be able to turn this into a school and to feel my purpose. And it all started with the thought a year ago. It's been a long time coming. Got my instructor's license. We no longer need it in the state of Texas. But it taught me how to identify students, learning patterns. It also taught me what I need to do while I'm teaching class, what it is, how to deliver the messages and how to get people's attention. All these things I've learned because I applied myself. I was working in the daytime and going to school at night online. And that's another thing that I want to do, have an online website for our school for people that want to do night school. Have videos where I teach how to cut, hire other barbers to come teach. There's so many things that I want to accomplish. But the ultimate goal is to empower people to be professionals, to have self-respect, to have respect for others, and to value time and money. Learn how to value time and money and respect it. Don't be frivolous with it because once you start running out of one or the other, that's when you know that it's real. That's when you know who your friends are. That's when you know who really loves you. Once you're low on money or time, you'll start seeing who it is. But people don't want to give flowers when you're alive. People don't want to, do that. So it's a tough reality to understand. But hopefully this video helps somebody. I know this is a little different setting, a little bit more realistic to who I am. I know I don't ever set up my camera like this or do anything like that, but I felt like this was very important to share. This is the way I wanted to share with people. And I'm very happy. I'm grateful. And that's another thing that I'm working on is my gratitude, because a lot of us take things for granted, and until we lose it, then we don't know the value of it. And sometimes we get so puffed up with our ego that we act like it doesn't matter, but it does matter. It does matter. Things do matter. People do matter that are in our lives. Some people would choose to walk out, and that's okay. But remain true to yourself. And because somebody burned you, don't ever change who you are, or I'm not going to help this person, or I'm not going to help people anymore. because then you're robbed from that. Like, that's who you are. If you're a giving person and you have sympathy and you feel for other people, you have empathy, then that's okay. If someone take advantage of it, let that be, give that to God. Give that to God, and you continue doing your job. You know what I'm saying? So we're just tools and instruments in the hands of God, and we have to surrender ourselves to that. The violin can never say that I'm tired of being a violin, man. I want to be a guitar, because it looks like it, it talks, it sounds like it, you know, like strings and whatever. But a violin sounds so much better being played like a violin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people, we think that our life would be better if we were somebody else. But you never know what people go through to get where they're at. You don't know what they sacrifice. You don't know what promises they made, what deals they made. You know, and sometimes from the outside, people look like they're very successful. But you've seen it on TV all the time. All these actors, musicians commit suicide, are unhappy, and get taken advantage of because they signed a deal that they weren't ready for. So you have to be very careful. You do matter. You are worthy to be loved. But you have to love yourself, and you have to hold yourself accountable. Because then if you don't do that, you can't love somebody else, and you can't hold somebody else accountable. So yeah, that's what it is. So hopefully this video reaches the right people. And I appreciate you tuning in today. So y'all stay blessed, and y'all stay faded.